E.N.D here. Today I'm going to discuss a guide to buy single cards. Everyone buys single cards, everyone wants to pimp his or her commander decks, everyone wants to build that good standard deck, that good modern deck, therefore you need to buy singles. So this video will cover a guide from where it's best to buy your single cards. For this particular guide, I'm going to use as an example three particular cards that have a very different price point. One of them is Thassa Deep Dwelling, the last mythic card released for Magic the Gathering, Theros Beyond That, the last set. This video has been recorded in February 2020, so the prices I'm going to show you and the example I'm going to show you, they are based on the prices of February 2020. So, as I said, Thassa Deep Dwelling is one of the last mythic cards released for Magic the Gathering for Theros Beyond That. The other one is the Sword of Fire and Ice, a rare card from Darksteel, quite an old set. And the other one is the Lion's Eye Diamond. A reserve list for Mirage. As you can see, I chose three different cards at three different price points. Thassa Deep Dwelling, last released, a price between $10 to $15. Sword of Fire and Ice, an old card, a rare card from an old set that's modern staple. It's a very strong card, even in Commander. They are not very easy to come by, these particular cards, especially from this type of set. I'm talking in near mint condition, I'm talking light plate, medium plate, heavy plate or damage, light near mint condition, only near mint condition, and original artwork of the card. Sword of Fire and Ice, we know that there is also the Master Series art. The other one is Lion's Eye Diamond, very expensive card, a reserve list card. You will not see these cards printed again because it's on the reserve list, therefore its price is quite high. So if I want to buy one of these cards, from where I will buy these three cards. For my example, for my guide, I'm going to use 4 channels. 2 of them are online stores, let's say online stores, and 2 of them are online platforms. The first, and I think the most famous out of there, it's eBay. eBay, it's a very successful online platform. There are a lot of cards out there, and there are a lot of genuine sellers that sell very good cards. The other one is TCG Player. TCG Player is obviously one of the most famous online platform for TCG, for trading card games, and that will be our second platform. As I said, there will be 2 online stores. One of them is Card Kingdom, I think one of the most famous online stores out there, and the other one is Channel Fireball. Obviously I couldn't cover all stores available on the internet. I had to choose 2 and 2, but obviously there are other stores, there are your LGSs, there are other stores that sells cards and they are genuine about selling their cards. So let's begin first, and let's begin with the cheapest one out there, Thassa Deep Dwelling. As I said, Thassa Deep Dwelling is a newly released card from Theros Beyond That. Theros Beyond That, obviously, when a standard set is released, this is mass opened. There are a lot of these cards on the market. Currently, let's say the guided price, it's around $14.90, let's say $15. Let's see on this platform how much this card is selling. On eBay, the cheapest one, and I'm talking near mint condition, always near mint condition, and English version, at this stage is English version. The cheapest out there is, let's say, $12 to $13. Here we're seeing that the showcases, the constellation showcases, are cheaper than the actual card. As I said, these prices are as at February 2020. This is buy it now. On auction, probably you can get it a little bit cheaper. So here we can see that $12.75, our card, is the cheapest out there on eBay. TCG Player, we see here that the cheapest one is also around $12.50 or $13. So we are in the same price range as eBay and TCG Player. Online stores, Card Kingdom is selling Thassa at around $17. So it's a little bit more expensive than the eBay and TCG Player. Channel Fireball, we see here that the card is being sold at $14.99, that is $15. So we have compared the 4 prices of the 4 channels, and here's my judgment. If I want to buy this particular card, Thassa Deep Dwelling, a mythic card from Theros Beyond, that last set released for Magic the Gathering, I would buy the cheapest card out there. Why? And there's a why. Because, first of all, obviously standard cards tend to devaluate immediately. What I'm saying is that obviously standard cards, their value is based on how much these cards are played in standard. With every set released for standard, players will change their decks, and we see that these cards will tend to devaluate in value immediately. So therefore, if I want to buy a Thassa Deep Dwelling, I would buy it on eBay or I would buy it on TCG Players, which are the cheapest prices for this particular card. Also, if you are afraid of having a fake card or counterfeit, personally, and this is obviously my personal opinion, I don't think that anyone will take will fake cards like these that have been recently released for Magic the Gathering, only because there is a very, very narrow gap between the selling price, the value, and the cost of printing these cards. And if someone sells you a fake Thassa Deep Dwelling, probably it's so much badly faked that you will recognize the card immediately. So, my opinion, eBay, TCG Players, using PayPal, you have obviously some sort of mind at rest, that you have your protection. For Thassa Deep Dwelling, I would buy it the cheapest out there. Being eBay, being TCG Player, maybe someone on Facebook is selling one of these cards, maybe someone at your LGS is selling one of these cards. If it's the cheapest, shipping included, and near mint condition, obviously I would buy the cheapest. I wouldn't go and spend more money for a Thassa Deep Dwelling. Next card, as I said, is Sword of Fire and Ice. This is a Dark Steel rare card. This is a very, very strong card. It's a little bit expensive. Currently valued around $76, which obviously it's because obviously considering that this card is the print run of Dark Steel, is a very low print run considering to today's standards, and considering that it's a very strong card both in Modern and in Commander. So here we see the price at $76. Now let's see how much this card is being sold on our channels. eBay, the cheapest price is $66, $65.99. That's the cheapest price. Average between $65, $66 and $70 in near mint condition. TCG Player selling this card cheapest out there is $78. That's between $78 and $80 on TCG Players near mint condition. Card Kingdom is selling this card at $70, $69.99. And Channel Fireball is selling this card at $100, that is $99, that is near mint condition and non-foil. So my judgment on this Sword of Fire and Ice. Considering that the Sword and Fire and Ice is a rare card from a set like Dark Steel, and it's a very expensive card, we're talking about $70 card, I would be very cautious buying this card on eBay or TCG Player. I would buy only this card on eBay on TCG Players, even though they are cheaper, only and only if the seller has quite a good amount of good reviews. If he has 2, 3, 4 reviews, even 100 reviews, be cautious. Use PayPal in that case. If you want to save a couple of dollars, use PayPal, so you have a little bit of rest of mind about fake cards. But if you don't know how to identify fake cards, if you don't have that particular skill, in my opinion, don't risk it buying expensive cards from eBay. I'm not saying that on eBay everyone will try to hoax you. I'm saying don't risk it. I'm sure on eBay there are very genuine people that sell their cards. They are genuine cards. I'm sure about it. I am the first one that sells my cards on eBay. But be very careful. Use PayPal. Know what you're dealing with. Know with whom you're dealing with. And if they have very good reviews, yes, in that case, buy on eBay or TCG Player. But if you want to be cautious, I would buy this particular card at this price point from an online store. An online store like Card Kingdom, which has a very good price for this card, to be honest, $70, $69.99, or Channel Fireball was a little bit expensive, $100, but I would buy them from them. First of all, they have a very good grading of the cards. If it's near mint, I'm sure it will be near mint. On eBay, maybe someone will sell you a near mint, but maybe has some sort of a little bit nicks on the edges, so it's more like light play than near mint. But Card Kingdom and Channel Fireball, if they say it's a near mint card, it will be a near mint card, and if they say it's a genuine, it will be genuine. I'm sure that these two online stores will not ruin their reputation selling fake cards. Last but not least is Lion's Eye Diamond. Lion's Eye Diamond, as I said, Lion's Eye Diamond, it's a reserve list. It's a reserve list card. You have quite a good amount of value. We're talking about $210. The card will never be reprinted, so the price of this card will continue to increase by time, slowly, but by time, because obviously the supply will continue to be very low. On eBay, Lion's Eye Diamond, the cheapest out there is, let's say, $190. It's between $189, $190, $195. That is the cheapest out there, Lion's Eye Diamond. TCG Player, same thing, cheapest out there is $19.99, it's $200. There's only one available, to tell you the truth. Card Kingdom, it's $240, $239.99. This is a little bit more expensive than the other channels, but let's say online stores usually they are a little bit more expensive. And Channel Fireball, we're seeing the card being sold at $219. So what's my judgment regarding Lion's Eye Diamond? As I said, this card is a reserve list card. You will not see prints of these cards. It's from an old set, a very old set. It is Mirage. My judgment is same as Sword as Fire and Ice. I wouldn't risk buying this card from eBay or TCG Player unless that seller is 100% sure that the card is genuine and he has extremely good reviews. When I say extremely good reviews, I'm saying 500 and plus good reviews. Also, even though a seller can sell you a genuine card and he's sure that's a genuine card and he has very good review, 1000 plus reviews, the card could be fake because the seller didn't know that the card could be fake. Unfortunately, I've heard a lot of stories regarding someone selling a card that have been in his collection for 10 years and the card eventually is fake. So be cautious. There are a lot of people out there. There are genuine people. They are honest people. They have cards in their collection. These cards they are in collection for 10, 15 years. Maybe they don't know these cards are fake. They try to sell it and eventually it results out to be fake. So be very cautious. Now, Card Kingdom and Channel Fireball, even though these cards are more expensive than eBay and TCG Players, I would buy this card from Card Kingdom or Channel Fireball. I'm sure that Card Kingdom, Channel Fireball, especially in this case, Channel Fireball has a very good price for $220 for a Lion's Eye Diamond. I'm sure Channel Fireball and even Card Kingdom, they will not sell you a fake card. And if it's near mint, it's near mint. Similar to sort of Fire and Ice. If the card is near mint, it's near mint. If the card is genuine, it's genuine. Those two particular online stores, they give you, let's say, a 99% guarantee that the card is genuine and is not fake. And the grading is perfectly spot on. So this is my guide for buying single cards. This is the thought that I use to buy these cards. If I want to buy single cards that they are quite cheap, let's say $15, $20 or less, I would buy always the cheapest one out there. I wouldn't even consider buying it at a higher price, only to get a better service. Cheapest out there. I will use my techniques to find if it's fake or not. There are very, very, very strong techniques how to identify fake cards, and I will leave some links to my techniques. When it comes to quite expensive cards, yes, I will use a lot of cautions, and probably I will buy them at a higher price only to get a better service and a better guarantee that these cars are genuine and in the grading that I want them. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can always leave me a comment below. Maybe there are some places that you buy singles from that they are very, very good and genuine and have very good service. And here there's a subscription button. Subscribe for my channel for more interesting videos about Magic the Gathering and the collectible world.